Yo, I like Cap Galaxy.
I'm literally banned.
Oh, true.
Welcome to
Oh,
episode 2 of the Why You Smash podcast. Today we're going to be recapping the past 2 weeks. We had 3 events that happened, one being a York Monthly on Friday, the day before the first weekly wave, and then on Saturday, Homecoming. We're just going to talk about that, but introducing our guests from, to my right, JoStorr. He was here last episode, so he's no need to introduction, but you got Tyler there. Introduce yourself, Tyler.
Hello, I'm SixTalez / Tyler. I'm a melee player, commentator, scuff controller modder, TO, all that kind of stuff.
That's my sponsor right there.
I am his
SixTalez.ca.
sponsor,
This
yeah.
episode's sponsored by SixTalez.ca.
There's no budget for this episode.
No, there is budget. I'm just paying
Facts,
for my
facts.
salary.
yeah,
So,
I don't hold you to that.
how's everyone doing today?
So I work a volunteer job, and I
Boo. No, I'm
hey,
playing.
yo, let me finish. I just recently sent him my letter of resignation so I could stop working his volunteer job. So that was my day.
What are you,
That's
Tyler?
good. I just work the full 9 to 5, just try to spend 2 hours to install new windshield wiper blades and found out that they're the wrong one.
Nice.
So my day is going
We
great.
got more car troubles for Tyler.
I'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that.
later. Yeah.
What happened? So yeah, let's jump into it. So the first event 2 weeks ago was the first monthly back at Waves, and hosted by EMG and ABB. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
great.
very
It went
good.
great.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
I know you two were volunteering, so you guys want to go into that and what you guys actually did?
Well, Joe did more than I, because specifically on Ultimate Day. Actually, Joe,
I
you didn't
didn't
do
do
anything,
much.
did you?
So
Okay,
we
so I did
actually
more than.
Yeah, we talked to EMG about helping out with their events and stuff, and they said, yeah, they were like, welcome to have us on here. So for homecoming, we showed up. We're like, hey, what can we do? Right? We're here to help out. Me and Tyler both went to go see Toronto Joe, and he's a sick guy, right? So when he saw me, he gave me a big whole hug, and I don't think he met Tyler before
He's met
that
me
day.
before.
Okay,
He just didn't remember.
okay, gotcha. And yeah, he's like, yeah, how you guys doing? And like all this stuff. We caught up for a bit, and then we asked if we needed any help. He's like, no, we haven't. Like we're overstaffed, right? So, kind of, if you see anyone running pools and they're doing a poor job, then you can kind of step in and say, hey, I can help out too. But other than that, we weren't really needed until at least when everyone was cleaning up. We helped clean up and set up for a melee on day 2. But that's really all that we did.
Yeah, for Ultimate, I didn't even enter. So I just went for friendlies the whole day. Like Joe said, we asked
Yeah, I
Tio
played
Joe if he
friendlies
needed
with
any
you.
help. Yeah,
I
we
was
played
there.
some friendlies. You played
Yeah.
like one match and then you left, but
Yeah,
that was
because I needed
friendlies.
practice.
Yeah. And so as volunteer work went, immediately after the tournament was completed.
And this is Ultimate. Day 1 Ultimate Saturday.
For Ultimate, yeah. As soon as
Yeah.
Ultimate was done, I asked Tio Joe if we could start setting up Wii's, setting up monitors for the next day. And I stayed until 1 a.m. to setting up the Wii's and the monitors to get them like just right, to like get them as close to CRT as possible.
And what time did Ultimate finish?
Ultimate finished.
Like,
It didn't finish too late.
11
Yeah.
or 12, I think.
Because I know
way before. It was
we
way
left,
before
yeah.
11.
We
to
left
be honest.
like before Grand Finals even started.
I
Went to go
think
eat.
I
Okay.
actually think it ended around like 10 something.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I started setting up Wii's at like maybe like 10:40 to 11 something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Riddles won Ultimate.
He didn't drop a single set, huh?
No.
No.
I don't think he dropped any games either. He was like 3-0ing everyone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tall as fuck, dude. Not gonna lie.
Yo, that dude sucks at third strike. I'm just saying. Money match me anytime, Riddles.
Hey, yo.
Damn. So how did Melee go the next day?
Melee, it went amazingly, to be honest. We had everything was set up. The only problem that happened was on stream, because Wii's are old. So when we're doing HDMI out and then also trying to get input from the Wii to HDMI through an Elgato, sometimes it just doesn't want to pick up the signal. And I've even tested it with composite. It doesn't even want to put it out through composite anymore. So I'm trying to figure out yeah, Nitro and I were trying to figure out how we could even just get Melee to be streamed without using the networking Slippy. It's really complicated because especially if we're using the guest Wi-Fi at or even the production Wi-Fi at our venue, it kind of just doesn't work. It gets bottlenecked super hard.
Yeah. I just think
Yeah.
that that's just
So
because there's a lot of people on both days.
yeah.
Probably
But
just
then
like
even if we're using the production instead of the guest Wi-Fi, it just kind of craps itself.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it
Other
ran
than
it
that,
ran smoothly as possible. Yeah.
Who won Melee?
None.
none.
Oh,
That,
Zuppy got so
that was
close.
nasty.
He got to game 5 with none. I think it was last dog actually. Actually,
No,
trying to
he was
remember.
he was up like
He
two or
got,
three stocks
yeah,
on
he got
FD.
very close
Yeah.
in the first set they played, game 5, and then yeah, he I don't know. Zuppy kept DI just holding in, and none kept drop zoning him. I don't know why, but
Yeah. And
Right.
who
you know
casted
it's
that
none.
set? Who
He got
casted it?
bonded. I casted that set with
Yo,
with Malo.
Yeah.
I let
Yeah.
I convinced ABB to let Malo commentate with me because he's a close friend
Yeah.
of mine, and I was like, "Yeah, you want to do commentary? I'll get you in to do like top 8 commentary with me
That's
because
hype.
I'm pretty I'd say I'm pretty decent at commentary. They actually I think they want me to come out to us
Mixed Masters.
McSmasher
Yeah.
Yeah.
in February and as like a main commentator, so that would be great.
That'd be
But
That's sick.
sick.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's sick.
I got Nick to get on there for commentary. His analytical commentary
Yeah.
is like he's amazing. He knows a lot
Shout
about the
out to
game.
Nick. You
Yeah,
see
he
Nun's
loves the
tweet?
game.
That's to Nick. Yeah.
See Nun's tweet?
None
Really?
liked his
Yeah,
tweet. Yeah.
like this commentary. He's like, "Hey, nice
Yeah.
commentary."
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of just like took the back seat on that commentary a bit and
Yeah.
let him do his stuff just to play it off him. But he did a great job. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was
I
it was
remember
amazing.
I went home that day. Then you messaged the
Mm,
Discord saying that you're commentating with Nick. I'm like, oh shit. And I was
mhm.
watching like the last few sets on my phone. I'm like, yo, those my
We
boys
we
right there.
somehow the problem with that was because the games weren't streamed live, I had to keep Nick away from the commentary or from the top 8 setups. So we had to
Oh,
stay completely in the dark,
completely blind,
and
yeah.
we had somebody running a USB back and forth for us so we can commentate the set live, like from our perspective. So we went back to back to back to back matches, and it
Oh,
was
okay.
Nick because this is his first time commentating, but like
Yeah.
it went great. It was really fun to watch. Faust kind of like reverse 3 Goose, I think. Like it was nuts.
And
nice.
Goose that's GooseCon, right?
GooseCon, the Leffen Slayer, as
Nice.
I like to call him. Yeah.
But why is that his game?
He had a really hype set with Leffen at Gommel 2019, and it was on main stage. It was on stream, and he got some like full Falcon combo on him. He got a
Oh
GooseCon combo on
shit.
him, and I just call him Leffen Slayer. It's hilarious.
But did he win the
I
set
think
though?
I'm the only one. No.
Okay.
No, of
Okay.
course not. Yeah.
Did you guys play at homecoming?
I played at homecoming, yeah. I went because I was focused on TOing and setting up and I had no sleep last night. I'm Johning, but like
Yeah.
I went 4-2 because I also decided to play on rectangle. I didn't play on a GameCube controller.
What
But
place
yeah,
did you
I
win?
went I went 4-2. I didn't even bother checking my placing. I was happy
Yeah.
that I didn't come last in my pool because we did round robins.
Did you make it out of your pool at least?
I was one match away from making out of my pool, and I should have
Uh
warmed up before, like actually playing matches, because I could have beaten like some of the players there, but I choked. I just choked. That was it. I was happy that I beat 2 people. That was basically my goal at that point.
Right.
what about you, Joe? I know you had a fatty run because I was there watching the whole thing.
Joe had such a good run. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay. So let's start with singles.
Let's
Or
start
at
all
least
the way back,
okay.
to
The
Start
day.
with
pools.
dubs. Start with
Okay.
Oh yeah,
dubs.
no,
So
yeah, dubs, yeah.
let's start the day before. So I was talking to HS, and we were entering dubs. There's 16 teams, and Mox said the classic line of, they're gonna underseed JoStorr and HS again in dubs, and they did. They put us at 8th seed out of 16. Um, and we were seeded to fight Riddle's Black Twins into I think Pope Cheese and V, like V115. He's now VZ. So like 2 really strong teams we were supposed to lose to for 7th place. So I'm like, yeah, I could see it going that way. So I was talking to HS. I'm like, I don't mind if we place our seed. Like that's not bad. He's like, yeah, I could see us losing those games too. Um, And for singles, I was seated 55th, which I was kind of upset about because I've been improving so much over quarantine that, well, I guess they wouldn't. There's no way for them to know, um, because like Mox was seated way above me and Jeremy, and me and Jeremy have been popping off recently. So I don't know.
Mox was seated way too high for this.
I
Yeah,
got a story for that as well. All right, continue, Joe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of 100 people, I was seated 55th to drown in pools. And I was like, I just want to make it out of pools. I want to prove them wrong that I'm going to drown in pools, right? At least do that. So I was studying up my matches, watching. I was supposed to fight Cake, lose to him, a Duck Hunt player, who was 13th seed, I think. And then I was supposed to lose to Zyro, who is a
Wait.
meme
You
brawler.
went from dubs to singles. You just still didn't finish dubs.
I'm talking about seeding. I'm talking about
Oh,
seeding.
okay.
Okay, so I was supposed to lose to Cake and lose to Zyro, the meme from AB. And so I was watching their sets, studying up. I was like writing notes and like, okay, these are ledge options. These are this is that. And I was like, okay, like I could see myself losing to them, but I hope these like taking notes will give me a better shot, right? Um, and I was talking to my friend the day before earlier, and I was like talking about my pool and all these players, and he's like, oh, you can beat those guys though, easy. Just make it out. I'm like, bro, it's not that easy, right? You know, like
They don't know. They're just
I was
blind support.
yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, you can make it easy. And like, what about for doubles? I'm like, well, I'm supposed to lose these guys. Oh, you can probably win doubles too. Easy clap. I'm like, this guy is a clown, bro. Um, and then I literally texted. I told him like the day before I went into the tournament. I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna tell you to look at the bracket or anything. I'll just send you a text message. It'll be either a happy face if I make it out or a sad face, and then you'll know what's up. And he's like, all right. And then during dubs, this is the first bit. I was practicing dubs. I was playing Pyra, playing Pokemon Trainer in dubs. I was like, I don't know what I'm more comfortable with. I think Pokemon Trainer. My first match then it was Hunger and Gonard, and then I was like, I think it's a Pyra matchup, so I went Pyra. And then HS's controller started to drift, and that was not looking good. And he was SDing because his controller stick was drifting like in tournament, and we couldn't get it to fix, and there was we didn't know what to do. So that was actually super, super, super close set one that we had, and well, we clutched it out. Actually, I clutched it out. Um, and then
Yeah.
Damn, throwing HS under the bus, huh?
it really was. It was a 1v1, and I was at like I was like 180, and I took his stock at like 60. Um, so yeah, so then we fight Riddle's Black Twins next, and we're like, okay, we probably know how this is gonna go, but we'll try our best anyways. And then HS controller still drifting, and we kind of just bodied them, like bodied Riddles and Black Twins, like no cap. I was going in super hard. I was getting my reads. I was doing my stuff, and HS was holding his own
Wait, who
too.
are you playing at this point?
Pyra,
Oh,
like
Okay, yeah,
is that what you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I went all Pyra the doubles tournament. I just felt comfortable with her, and there was no problems. Like we weren't losing games. So we beat Riddle's Black Twins 2-0, which is like those are the top two players in Ontario. So it was like we were super hyped about that. Even when we reported the scores, like, yo, we beat Riddle's Black Twins. The guy's like, let's go.
That's the only time you can say you beat Riddles and Black Twins.
Yeah. We
we were all there. We all
Yeah,
popped
we
off
were
so
watching.
hard when we
yeah.
heard that. None of
People
us.
are
It's crazy. None of us were actually watching that set. But then Joe
yeah.
walks up to us after, and he's like, "Oh, yo, we beat Riddles and Black Twins." And we were all just like, we looked and we are like, "What? You did what?"
And I remember seeing the bracket. Our next opponents were supposed to be Evie and Mortem, and we see them go up to the front to report their scores. And I'm just like watching the reaction, like, wait till they got to see who they fight next, right? And then I didn't hear what the TO said, but I see the reaction, like, what, right? So I knew that's when they heard that we're next. And then so Evie, when we had to play them, we were having trouble again with HS's controller. We couldn't even get through the menus because it was drifting so hard. And then we told Evie the story, like, yeah, his controller's been drifting the whole tournament. And she's like, oh, do you want to use mine? I have a spare. And he's like, no cap? And she's like, yeah, no cap. And so he got to use her controller for the rest of the tournament, even in singles, which is
Homie.
super, yeah, super homey because like that's their opponent, right? So there's
Yeah.
no reason to help them out.
Mhm.
Um,
I feel
we-
bad because I said I was gonna bring my modding tools, but then I was like, nobody in Ultimate's gonna want their controller opened up or is gonna
yeah,
need controller fixing. And then as soon as that happened, you're like, Tyler, you brought your screwdrivers and stuff, right? And I'm like, no,
yeah,
not
that's
this
fine.
time.
It all worked
Yeah.
out. But
Hmm.
then Evie lends HS's controller, and then we beat them 2-0. And so that was really
Yeah.
good because they're a really strong team. And then we beat Burst and Slime, two PR players, beat them 3-0. and now we're sitting in Grants, winner side, and we're holding up the bracket for singles because we took this long, and then we get to run back on Evie Mortem because they made it up to Grands, and we beat them 3-1 to win the tournament, and it was super pogs.
I wish I can
I didn't
watch.
Yeah, the most
Cause
hype part
yeah.
was coming out of the stream setup for Burst and Slime, and I like come up from behind the projector and I see all the boys just sit on the couch like watching. I'm like, yo, they're
Yup.
actually watching this. They must have been the ones popping off when I was getting those kills. All right. And so
But
that was part of my
you could hear us in the
yeah, I
back.
Yeah,
could.
you can hear them from up
Okay.
on the
Okay.
stage.
I made sure to leave out one of my headphones off so I could
Okay.
hear my partner.
Yeah.
Um, and
Strats,
I
yeah.
also heard you guys like cheering when I was getting kills.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yep.
that was actually my favorite part of the whole tournament. That was more important than to me than winning. That was more important than my run in singles. It was just the homies
Yeah.
being there and watching, you know?
Yep. The one piece was the friendship we made along the way. Yeah.
Exactly.
We get it. We get it.
We got
Okay.
it. We got it. Yeah.
And then I'll run through singles. Right after doubles, I'd play immediately for singles because I kept the whole bracket waiting. I beat Neo 2-0, who's a Fox player. I beat Cake, who was supposed to play Duck Hunt, but he went Pyramithra, and I beat him there. And he went Roy. His Roy wasn't very strong, so I beat him there too. Um, and then I had to beat VG Addict to make it out of pools, so I beat him 2-0. And then out of pools, I had to fight Mistake. Um,
Ooh,
Oh,
that match. That was such a good
yeah,
match.
did they release the did ABB or EMG release the photos?
they did.
They did.
I don't think they've
I don't think. Yeah, because
officially
I don't.
released it, but
Yeah, because I know we all have
Joe and
access
I
to
were-
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
But like,
because we are
yeah.
a part exec, we
Yeah.
do have access.
Because I was
to
looking through the
those.
folders of it as well from
there's a good
the
picture
server.
of
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
picture of Joe versus Mistake, and all the
Yep.
homies are behind Joe, just watching
Yeah.
him.
Oh, that was the one versus Poke Cheese. The one versus Poke Cheese,
Oh, okay.
all the homies were behind.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
that was
That
one.
that was a
yeah.
sick photo. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So versus Mistake, he's actually been popping off recently. So he went to Texas and won a weekly or something, or regional,
Mhm.
a big tournament. And later on in the tournament, he ended up getting second place. But in our set, we went to game 5, and that was
So
pretty hyped about
close.
that.
It was
Yeah,
so close.
so close. And so like when I was talking to people, like I think I really wish I would have beat him because that would have looked so good on my resume. He's been winning weeklies recently, and he like been beating Black
Pretty much
Twins
just coming out of
recently, and
retirement and just tearing
Yeah.
shit up.
yeah, he's been spotting everyone. So that would have looked so good to have a win a mistake. But going into game 5 with him is also pretty good.
But that was out on Winterside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I lost that game 5, unfortunate, and then I had to fight Poke Cheese, who's a PR player for like all of Ultimate, to my knowledge. And I beat him 3-0, and I felt pretty confident. I actually 3-stocked in one of the games, and then he had to counterpick to be Sword Fighter. Um, and then I had to fight Hunger next, and when I was fighting Hunger, then all the homies were like, yo, easy clap, easy clap. And then I lost 3-0. But I ended up getting 13th, and they seeded me for 55th. So
You did
I'm
well.
super
You
happy.
did
Yeah,
amazingly. Yeah.
I'm super happy with it.
I think
You know who else?
everyone exceeded
Everybody
their.
from York,
Oh.
everybody from the York U Smash Club did amazing. Because Tantaka Jeremy also beat
Yeah,
Poke Cheese in his pools,
Yeah.
and we were
Oh.
all. I think
me
I
and
think
Tyler have a story about
actually
that.
watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Tyler doesn't play the
yeah.
game, right? So I'm standing behind. Because me and Jeremy are in the same pool, and Tyler's just there, just watching. And Tyler's like, "So what does like Pyramithra do?" And I'm explaining all this stuff to him as Poke Cheese is like getting demolished by Jeremy's Pyramithra.
Ooh, he was getting caught by every down tilt, up air, and I was like, ooh,
Oh,
this
Yeah.
guy's getting washed.
And then he's like, "I'm just explaining stuff." And then after Jeremy went to set 2-0 against Poke Cheese.
Yeah.
And then I was just like to Jeremy, like, could you hear us like just explaining shit to Tyler in the background? Is like, yeah.
Yep.
So
I did bother Jeremy to learn how to play
yeah.
this game.
So I
later
wonder
on.
like if that
Yeah.
like helped in his win. If like we're just being
Probably.
distracting enough. I don't think so, but
similar thing actually happened with me and Jeremy, but you had your headphones on.
yeah, I
You
had
were
my
playing
soundproof
in a-
headphones.
Yeah, you were playing against
Wait, no,
I'll
go into it, because
Yeah.
I'll explain my run. So I answered as well. Seeded to go last, 0-2. To be fair, this was like my first official
Actual
offline
tournament.
Yeah. So I play against Gonard, and I guess Tyler could just take it away from here.
So this was after I came out from asking Joe if he needed any help. And Jeremy and I were just kind of sitting there because I think they were on the same pool, opposite sides or something like that.
Yeah.
And Jeremy and I were just watching, and Marion was just kind of like saucing this guy like completely. Like it was not even close. It looked like you gave your little cousin the controller and you're like, I'm not gonna go easy on you. Like I feel so bad because the little Mac couldn't really do anything, and Jeremy's like he was like whispering to me. He was like, I actually feel so bad. Like he's getting absolutely
Oh
washed,
no.
and like Marion was just kind of like he was going off. Like it was so hype to watch.
This is like a player that like Jeremy said he loses to,
Yeah.
right?
Good.
So I'll
That's
explain it.
good.
So game one, we go PS2, and you know with Little Max, he's just like pressing buttons, right?
Yeah.
And like me being Greninja, I can't dash attack down tilt him because he'll just super armor through my shit with his forward tilts. Game one, I was just kind of respecting him too much. Then I think I messed up a cross. Oh yeah, cross up fair, and then he just up smashed me. Or he did something on a shield, and I just died. Like last stock, last hit. And I was like, okay, wait, I don't need to respect him at all. Game three, he bans like all the big stages. So I'm like, fuck, I'm taking a triplats and I'm platform camping him. I 3-stock him. Get all my
Nice.
down tilt. I think I
He's
killed him with like dash attack, drag down tilt, that ledge, down tilt, smash like 2 times. And then the other one I just gimped him with hydro pump.
You kind of
And then, like-
annihilated it. We felt so bad
And
watching
then
that.
like he goes to he takes me to Town City. So I'm like, fine, give me another flat stage, it's fine. Platform setups are okay.
Yeah.
So I pretty much just go 2-0 or I'm up 2 stocks and I'm like, okay, I can just take it easy a bit. Just camp it, just play with my food a little bit. Then I just went 1-2-1.
It should work.
And yeah, and I like fist bump him. I take off my soundproof headphones off. I look up and I see JW's there just watching my set. And this guy's like, he's also in our pool. He's like the best Greninja player in Ontario, right? So this is like someone you watch, like as a Greninja player, you watch their VODs to see how they move, right?
He was ranked the best player in Canada last
Yeah.
went before quarantine.
Yeah. So then I look because I have to like go look to my left and like get up to like get away from the setup, right? So I get up. He stands right in front of me. He's like, "Is your name Clear?" I'm like,
I forgot.
I'm like, no, but I do know Clear because Clear did teach me how to play Greninja.
I've
And he
also been
plays on
mistaken.
box.
Yeah, and
I've
yeah, he
also
also
been
plays on
mistaken for-
rectangle. Yeah, or
Yeah,
he plays on
also
box.
been
I play on
mistaken for
rectangle.
Clear too. It's
But
hilarious.
yeah,
It's any somewhat Asian looking person
Yeah.
with glasses and
Well,
plays
hey,
with a rectangle like
Yeah.
controller.
yeah,
That's pretty
It's Clear.
specific.
yeah.
DK Bill has mistaken me for Clear.
Yeah.
Some people at our small York U gatherings
Like,
mistake me
actually,
for Clear.
That
Yeah.
I
was
don't
my
know.
fault. It was my fault that DK mistaken you for Clear because he bought a box, right?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, dude, there's someone from York that uses a box, right?" I'm like, "Oh, SixTalez?" And he's like, "Oh, is that the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." And he starts messaging you, and he thought you were Clear because Clear used the
Yeah.
box, and that's who he knew that used the box.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my name is clearly not Clear. we started joking about how my name is like opaque or like translucent
Yeah.
or frosted window or something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
So anyway, I'm like, JW just watched my set. He just watched me body Gonard. Then he
Yo.
thinks I'm somebody else. I'm like, you know what? Respectable.
We take those.
We take those.
Oh
Then he
my-
was like, I was just explaining to him like, yeah, I started playing during quarantine. And he was like, yeah, Poke Cheese, who did the seed, was talking about it. He said you were just a Wi-Fi warrior. I'm like, pretty much, yeah, because I started
Yeah,
during
you really
quarantine,
were, yeah.
right? So I like, it's like, oh shit. Even like, I know Poke Cheese probably heard me just because he was doing seeding, but like, okay, my name's kind of getting out there a bit, even if it's like insignificant
Yeah.
and like a backhanded compliment as Wi-Fi warrior. But we take those,
Yo, that's hype though.
yeah. And then
Okay,
okay,
she was a Wi-Fi warrior.
yeah. So I went
Yeah.
2-2 in my run. I played Binu. That was
pretty good.
winnable. It was winnable. I went down to last situation. And then the last or game 2, I went for a ledge trump but missed it. And then he killed me at 40 with Pyro Dare.
Yeah, you disappeared to play that
Yeah.
match. Jeremy
Because
and I
we couldn't, because there's a
yeah.
setup in our pool that wasn't set
Yeah.
up or was broken.
it was like far off to the side.
Yeah,
And
so-
Jeremy and I were like, I wonder where Marion went. Oh well.
yeah, we just played at a different setup
Yeah.
because there's like we're enough set as our pool.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a team kill. I played Irina from the Toronto Cord server. We play friendlies a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then my game plan against Rosalina and Luma is to not let them set up. So I just complete rush down. So first game I 3
you
stalker.
played super aggressive.
And then
on
second
that one.
game, I was letting her set up a bit more. Like I was like take my hand off the pedals or my foot off the pedal a bit. Let her set up and then pretty much just 2-0 her a bit. Then I had to play Pablo right after.
Oof.
And it was funny because I warmed up with Pablo
Yeah.
this like the morning of, and like I think I was still in rushdown mode because usually I win against Pablo. I just camp him, right? But I was still in rushdown mode, and he like double two stock me. I'm like, okay, that's my run. And that was it. And I just watched the homies. But
Yeah.
You did play well though. You played great.
Yeah.
And you know who you played better than?
He played better than Mox.
You outseeded the Justin Wong Mox.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
It was funny too because he was watching my Aaron set as well.
Yeah,
After I win, he's like, "You better not fucking do better than me."
It was before. I think it was before your Aaron set.
It was before or after us.
What,
Yeah.
Your Aaron set is what put you
Yeah.
above Mox because you lost to Pablo after that. Yeah. Because Mox went. I think Mox went 0-2.
No, he won 1-2.
No, he won and
You
two.
went 1-2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah, he went 1-2, and he got beat in a DK Ditto or something like that. And everybody he told, they're like, "Yo, Mox, how'd you do?" And he's like, "Hey, yo, I lost in a DK Ditto." And they're like, "Hey, that guy doesn't even play DK."
No.
And I was like, not like
Yeah.
this."
Mox is my DK too. No cap.
Yeah.
We've done the DK ditto. I beat him in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was
yeah.
pretty
one
funny
thing-
though. Yeah.
One thing that reminded me of was how you said the clear story where like GW thought you were clear. Well,
Yeah.
like when we played dubs and we beat Mortem and Evie, and we're sitting in winners finals, we're waiting for a match. We're playing dubs, like me, HS, Mox, and Tantaco are just playing dubs friendlies, just warming up. And I overhear Mortem talking to someone that said, "Who'd you lose to in dubs?" And he's like, "Oh, I lost to HS and something." And then I was literally just so sad, bro. Everybody that was playing friendlies just like heard, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
even play anymore. I was like, bro,
HS and something. Yeah.
And if you watch the grand final set, you change your tag to something, right?
yeah.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Fuck.
Dude, you beat Riddles and Blackmans on a team. You beat this guy on a team, and he doesn't even know your name. Come on.
You're the president of the York U Smash Club. No respect. No
Oh
respect.
my-
I wouldn't
I was
respect him
actually
either
not
if
my
I wasn't
president.
in this club. No cap.
I get it, but like it's so sad, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So if you watch the VODs, my tag there is something sad face to like reference that. So, dude.
All right. How did your run go, Tyler?
My run for melee, I went 4-2, or I went 2-4. I lost against Joey Bats, a resident Yorkie player. I lost
I've seen him
against
around.
Oscar. I believe he's a Slippy kid. He's a Peach player, and that was my first match of the day. I didn't
Yeah.
warm up at all. I was just like, he was like, "You want to do hand warmers?" He was being so nice, and I'm like, "No, I just get it over with. Like, I'm probably gonna like, I'm probably washed anyways." And he like just bodied me, and I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And then somebody else came up and was like, "You want to play it?" And I'm like, "No, I gotta do pool captain stuff." He's like, "Just play." So I played it, and it was against Crimson, and he just kind of demoralized me because like he just kept BMing me like unnecessarily. And I was already in the mood. I was like, I'm not having this. I'm already TOing. I had no sleep. I stayed up till 1 here at the tournament setting stuff up. People like so many people were complaining about random things, and I'm like, bro, like nobody's thankful for the offline tournament. And yeah, he just disrespected me, and I'm like, I'm not playing this game anymore, bro.
No.
Because he kept side Bing me like as Marth, like he just
Oh.
literally mashed side B, and I play Ganon, right? So like, after no warm up, already being tilted, already super mauled, I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna lose, which isn't a good mentality to have. I could easily like just do the mango thing where it's like, all right, each stock is a new game, but just didn't have it in me at that point. I played Ganon Dittos with oh my god, how am I forgetting their name? They were in top 8. They had the sickest Ganon I've like ever seen that wasn't nuns. Oh, how am I forgetting his name? Oh, I feel so bad.
I'll put it up here. Just continue with the story.
Yeah, he played Falco in in top 8, but we played some matches. It was super fun with him because it was just Ganon Dittos, and I played with Joey Bats, and that's just how I'll be, So oh wait, yeah. And then there was a new person in our pool who just started Melee. And there was somebody in my pool that was seated like 2 spots higher than me, who was supposed to make it out. And I don't know, I was so mauled that some dude was sitting behind me or standing behind me right here, like watching our match. He was a random guy, right? And he got so close that he started bumping my chair, and I think it was mid game one or like after game one. I like lost a stock, and I'm like, bro, can you move back, please? And he was like, oh, yo, I'm sorry, and then he left, and
Oh
that made me
no.
even more mad because like I don't know, I was just so mauled, and I started playing like how I used to do on controller. I just started playing Super BM, and I won, and I kind of popped off on the guy, and I felt so bad after I beat him because what was it? I down aired him last stock, and I popped off a little bit, right? I was like, let's go, like I don't have to play this game anymore, and he meteor canceled it, and he got back up, and I was like, I'm 3 stocks up, it doesn't matter, so I just kept jabbing him, and then I killed him with down B. And immediately after the set was over, I turned to him and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm
I'm so sorry,
so mauled.
but I really needed this BM session.
I was like, I really needed that. I'm so sorry. Because this dude I think he was looking at the pools, and he's like, hey, yo, it's another 0-2, or I can just beat him, right? And I was like, nobody put respect on my name. So I could have done better. I told myself I just wanted to win 1 set, but I won 2, which was great.
Nice.
Especially because I had a Falcon problem in Melee before, and now I don't. So
Nice.
yeah, I did better than I wanted to. The rest of the time I was TOing. I was jumping up on stage, try to help with the stream, jump down, like running around, doing more pool captain stuff, just making sure everything was okay. Yeah.
Nice. Any stories you guys want to tell from homecoming? Anything else?
I have one which I don't think I should talk
I've
about.
got a story as well.
Yeah. All right. So for Ultimate Day, it was really cool because I used to play Smash 4 in tournament in like 2016, I think. That's when Moobs introduced me to the tournament scene. And shout outs to Moobs. We went to high school together. Went to elementary school together actually. But he introduced me, and a lot of people who used to play Smash 4 who still play Ultimate surprisingly remembered me. Like JW remembered me. Like some people who went to like the UTSC tournaments remembered me. It was great to see everybody. It was more like a get together than anything. But one story from Melee Day, which is kind of a gamer moment, I'd say. I was sitting at a setup playing friendlies with Tyler, aka Forky. Shout outs to Forky. And we're just playing. And somebody across from us, because it's the first tournament back, right? Everybody's super hype. Everybody wants to see their friends. There's this one player named John from I think he goes to UTSC tournaments most of the time. He plays Fox. He's cool as hell. And he's Asian, which is a main part of the story. So I've known him for a long time, or a decent amount of time. And there's just this guy sitting across at another setup, and he goes, "Hey, yo, is John coming?" And his friends are like, "Oh, I don't know. I think John's coming, right?" And this guy in front of, because I think Larry, aka Pal, and I were like the only 2 Asians in the venue at that point. We're sitting maybe less than 3 to 4 meters away from him. This guy goes, hey yo, John, that Ching Chong better show up."
Bruh.
Oh no.
And I look over, I get up, I look over at the monitor, and I'm like, the who better show up? The what? The what? And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think something with quarantine has completely rotted people's mind, especially with tournaments, you know? Because as much as you're homies, you say that stuff behind closed doors.
People get way too comfortable.
And then he also said
Yeah.
some other really sus stuff after that, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
And as a TO, I was like, there's nobody aside from me who he's making feel uncomfortable, because there's like almost no other Asians within earshot. But I did kind of like, the who? Like, what did you just say? But you know how it's like it was early in the morning, and I didn't want to like ruin the vibes, because you know everybody's hyped to see their friends again. Everybody's like excited to be the first tournament back, and I was like, no, it's, yeah, I was just playing, right? Like I was just, but yeah, no, that was super messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marin, you said you
we got ching chonged at the first
Yeah.
tournament back. Yeah,
That sucks, man.
yeah, do be like that.
Marin, you had a story too?
I don't know. Do you have a story?
I don't got one.
Oh,
Not
I
okay.
don't think Joe doesn't have any stories.
So, Tyler, this involves you. So it was right
is it?
after Joe's mistake versus mistake.
Oh, that was so
And then
close.
game 5, right? And they're like, okay, this
Mhm.
set's done. We're gonna go watch Alex's set. We
Mhm.
walk across the venue, and Alex is playing Ixafil. And then after, I think it was a game 4 or game 5, and Alex wins
Forgot
because he does like the side B thing with Meta Knight, and
Yep.
Ixafil just didn't like tech it, and
Mhm.
he died at like,
there's no counterplay.
and then he died like super early, and then
Yeah,
after,
he died at like early 20s, 40s, around somewhere in between that area.
so it was like me and Tyler are watching, and after Ixafil just like tosses his controller on the desk and just goes slump, right?
So here's exactly what he did. He had his controller, right? I'll just have it like this. So he was like focused, and he just kind of did this.
Yeah, and then Alex goes for like the fist bump,
Yeah.
and then like realizes it's not a good time. They like reels his fist back.
Yeah.
And
oh,
then me and Tyler were like, should we pop off? Like, it's a bad moment. Like these guys are our two friends,
Yeah.
right? And then
Marion, I'm like, I don't know whether or not to pop off right now because I feel really bad for the other guy. And I don't want him to hear me. And Alex like turned to look at us. And then Exafil and Alex finally fist bumped.
yeah,
As soon as we walked away, we're like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yo, Zipple's funny, dude. He's
Yeah.
So funny. He's so funny.
what's the word? Expressive,
Yeah.
right? I was playing him in friendlies, and I would hit him with like a strong move, like a wolf fair bear, and he like jump out of seat, like he's like you know,
Like
he,
that
it really
guy
doesn't
with
make
the
pure
him much
innocence.
combo.
That guy who went to the
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, he was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's
Yeah.
so funny.
Okay, so let's fast forward till the end of the night. We're all go out to eat. It
Yeah.
was, what was it? Mox, Jeremy, Tyler, you,
Choco Joe.
Choco Joe, me,
Zipple.
and Ixafil, and then LeBron, right?
And
So they were
LeBron.
all eating just all of our
LeBron.
tacos and shit. And then like just mid conversation, Tyler's like, "Yo, Alex, who did you make that guy like slump?" And Ixafil is like right beside Tyler.
Like,
Looks at
Alex-
him dead in the eyes. He's just like,
no.
"It was me." And I was like, "It was the funniest moment that I
Oh, no.
witnessed." Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I told him, I'm like, I wanted to pop off, but I felt bad for you. And he's like, no, I felt bad, man. And I'm like, well, it sucks to be you.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
super homie, man. It was really fun
He was
getting
great.
dinner
I
out with
love
the
that guy,
homies
yeah.
after at the end of the day.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
feel bad for Choco Joe because I was supposed to drop him off around 10:30 after the tournament. But like I said, I stayed till 1 a.m. setting up with T.O. Joe. I was with Nate. I was with Laura from Waves. We were all setting up stuff. And the ABB guys already left. The other Waves employees already left. The other volunteers already left. It was literally just us four setting up CRTs with the tiny, like, oh, not CRTs, setting up monitors as close to CRT quality as possible. And that was terrible.
I mean,
It was fun though. It was
yeah,
fun.
you guys
I
had a good production. Yeah.
I had a very good bonding experience with T.O. Joe, and I already knew Nate, but yeah, it was really fun, honestly, getting to know him too during that.
All right, I think we're done just discussing homecoming.
Yeah.
Let's move on. A week later, got the weekly wave,
Woo!
and we can talk about this because we all helped out a bit.
We all
Yeah.
did help out. You
Yeah.
did. I'm just gonna say right now, you did a phenomenal job.
I was so
with,
stressed out, man.
production end. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
I could see it on your face.
So-
You walked out of the production room, and when I first came in, I'm like, "How you feeling?" You're like, "Man."
Okay,
You just hit a low octave, like, "Man."
so okay, let's go through the beginning of my day start. So I'm looking up with like the Waves guys because I think Joe and T.O. Joe recommended me to do the production setup.
You
right?
went early, yeah. You went
Yeah,
early.
so I had to do early, just do production training, get familiar with the setup and stuff.
Joe and I both vouched for you for
Appreciate that, by
production
the
on
way.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I walk in the venue. Okay, so let me start here. I was told I was only doing a scoreboard. That's what T.O. Joe told me I was doing. Just keep track of
Yep.
scores, keep track of names. That's all I'm doing. Then
Mhm.
Laura comes in. He's like, "Oh yeah, here's how to make an account on the computer. Okay, download OBS and set up all the scenes." I'm like, okay.
Amazing.
So I'm like, okay. And in the Waves group chat, they had all the files. Like, good thing I looked at it beforehand. And the good
Yeah.
thing that they have like examples of how it should look like. So I'm literally just copying it, right? And they're all
Yeah.
like all the like production guys at MCC were looking like at my monitor, like what I'm doing. And then I hear MCC's like, yeah, this guy's done this before. He uses the witness quarters tag to test if it's long enough. I'm like, what? This is like my first time doing it. You know, I'm faking it till I make it. Good thing we
Yeah.
get everything set up, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've done such a good job with the
You did an
stream
amazing
Yeah.
job.
No,
Smash
because
New York,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but
you've
like
already
this is
done-
such a huge scale,
yeah,
right? Because
Weekly, especially the first weekly back, it was
Yeah.
a 64-man ultimate weekly.
yeah, full cap, 100, at least 100 people in the venue watching, and
Mhm.
it's like there's so much stress because it was like, cause going from a club from watching from like 50 people max watching to
Yeah.
like having like 500 people watching, it's just like if I mess something up, it's on me.
yeah,
know.
But yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
shout out to MCC because he was there too. If I
Oh,
was to
yeah,
do it
for sure,
alone, I
yeah.
would have been super stressed out. But he was there, like just helping me out as well. So yeah,
yeah. MCC's sick. He's so good on
Yeah.
production and
Yeah.
commentary. He's like
Mhm.
really professional.
but yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, I got the go ahead from Tio Joe and Laura that I can come back this week,
Amazing.
and also
yeah.
that I can also compete because now I know that MCC is gonna be there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as he said, as long as there's someone else that can take over while one of us are playing, then we can go ahead and compete. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Joe, how'd your first weekly wave go?
Okay, so my first one, I actually had a lot of questions that I wanted to wait until the weekly to ask because it's kind of hard to communicate with Black Twins and Toronto Joe on Discord. They don't really
Yeah.
answer that quickly.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to save all my questions for then. And well, like leading up to the tournament, a lot of people had questions for me, like, "Hey, what about streaming? Like, can I get on comms? And what about refunds? So I get that? And what about
Discounts,
this? And what about
yeah.
that? And can I reg even though it's capped?" And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I'm
Yeah.
new to this, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
still learning as I'm going, but I try and do the best I can. The comms is top, probably going to be open mic, regging while it's capped, no. Um, and then the other questions I just kind of figure out as I go. Um, and on the day of, I had a lot of questions for Black Twins, and he's like, "Yeah, we're kind of changing things up, so I don't really know how it's going to go either." So both of us are trying to like figure things out ourselves. And Black Twins, like his work ethic is crazy during weeklies. Like
Yeah,
the guy
he
runs
was there
He does a
before I
lot.
got there, and I got there at
Yeah,
like
he
3
does
p.m. and he was already
he
setting
does a
up stuff.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like he does so much for the scene and it's actually like insane. So he'll set up the bracket and like he knows like everyone and he'll yell and I wish I had his voice, dude, because I cannot yell for my life.
We need to get you a microphone or
Yeah,
a
actually,
Megaphone, yeah.
bro.
It was funny
yeah.
because they're talking about bringing a megaphone, like when we were setting up production as well.
I
Mhm.
wish.
Yeah.
Um, so I had to step in for Black Twins while he was playing a match, and just this lineup of people telling me like, "Yo, I won 2-0, I won 2-0, I won 2-1, I won this, I won that," and I don't know what their tags are. I'm like, "What's your tag? This? Are you in winners? No. All right, let me find you." And I'm trying to scroll through. Someone
Oh,
else
it's a
tell me the
big
score.
bracket, yeah.
Someone else tell me the scores. Other people like, "Can I see my bracket?" I'm like, "No, wait." And I'm like just scrolling through trying to find all the stuff. I'm like, "I need to report this.
Gotta do
I need
Control F
this."
next time.
Yeah, probably.
Tell him to
Yeah.
check the bracket on phone. Just be like, get
Yikes.
out of here.
Yikes. Yeah, exactly. And then like I gotta call matches too because I don't want to have like matches waiting
Yeah.
forever.
Shout out to
And then
Declan.
so yeah,
Yeah.
Shout
It
out
and
to
so I
Nick.
had to
It was
call
his
his own
birthday.
match.
was his
Yeah,
birthday
it was
that
his
day.
birthday
And
during that.
also, yeah, he helped out Joe a lot.
Yeah, and then so I was like, I need to yell at this match, but I don't want to yell. I really don't want to yell, right? I tried. I'm like, yo, hooray! And like nobody turned their head. Nobody like I don't think a single soul heard me.
You
I'm
gotta
like, yo,
work on your
Declan.
TO voice, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, Declan, can you yell for me? And he's like, all right, is Array here? Array? I'm like, no, nothing. And I'm like, oh fudge, what do I do? I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just yell in parts, right? So I go to one side of the venue, I'm like, is Array here? No. Go to the next side, is Array here? No. I go to the next side, is Array here? He's like, yeah, he's over there. I'm like, okay, thank goodness someone heard me. And so I have to do that for like every single match. And then Blackton's comes back. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, dude. Can I play my match? And he's like, yeah, go for it. Like, bless, I can get off this thing. uh, but I think I'll get more used to it as I go, and I'll learn who the players are as I go also, and um,
Yeah.
I know what to expect next time. And also, I've learned a lot. Like I've asked a lot of questions and stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
still learning as I go. But it's stressful, even being in like an assistant, right? And
Yeah.
just I can't imagine Blackton's doing it all alone. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you,
So
Tyler? How'd Melee go?
Oof. it was pretty stressful because
Yeah.
dope really. So I'm running it with dope. Dope is sick. He ran a lot of the TOing side of it, like the actual like setting up bracket and like seating and all that stuff. Well, I did more of the technical stuff. I set up the I did all the setups. LeBryant did help out a little bit, so shout outs to him. He
Homie.
just plugged in HDMI's. So went through, fixed all the monitors. Dope had to go out and literally buy AA batteries because the Wii kind of like the Wii remotes were being janky. We actually had to find a Wii remote that worked. We had to find all the setups and the proper ones that didn't run off Dios Mios that ran off of Slippy. So we got the lag reduction codes, and it took us an hour to just get one setup because of the Wii. Like the Wii remote, like you can't go through the Wii remote or the Wii menu without a Wii remote. You can't use a GameCube controller. So it was just super stressful trying to figure that out because people started showing up, and I'm like, I don't have a setup yet. Like just I set one up, and I'm like, here, go play. Like and like 3 people crowded around one setup, and I had to like figure everything out. Uh, Dope was dealing with registration and all that stuff because for some reason no melee player wants to go through Smash GG. They want to register in person, and I'm like, you are all gonna be the death of me. And
I shouldn't laugh, but
so
sorry.
nah, it was pretty funny. So the problem was with stream, like I explained earlier with Nitro and I tried to figure this out, but the stream, it doesn't Slippy doesn't want to like stream, like it doesn't want to give out a signal. So I tried getting the signal via the composite before it even reaches the HDMI, and it's not even the HDMI that's the problem. It's just the signal that the Wii outputs, and because of that, we had to run Melee only using one lag reduction code, and you can barely feel it, but there is something to feel, right? Maybe like 1 or 2 frames, which is kind of upsetting. But that was the stream setup, and uh, a lot of people actually didn't mind it. But at the same time, we did have a little bit of problems with it. We joked about it on comms, but oh yeah, I had to set up stream. I had to set up the Wii's. I set up like all set up so much, but it ran a lot better than as soon as we got
Yeah.
everything set up, it ran beautifully.
Yeah.
We actually had some special guests too, some people coming from out of province. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
it
Yeah, I
was
saw the
great.
photos. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
EMG
got
tweeted.
a big I got a big follower
Yeah.
boost after that
Yeah. Shout out
by
SixTalez,
like
man.
3 people. Yeah,
Reminder:
yeah, I need.
sponsors. Episode sponsored by SixTalez.
Yeah, that's me. I make controllers. I do mods.
Yeah.
But
SixTalez.ca. 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 I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I did that on the last episode as well.
yeah, I think he probably did. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it was stressful getting it set up at first.
Did you
Then
enter Mailer?
yeah, I entered. I I went 0-2. I got. It's funny because I think the first Waves Weekly I ever went to, I had to play Ron Gunshoe round 1, and the first Waves Weekly back after COVID, I had to play Ron Gunshoe again, and it went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. I got demolished.
Oof.
Yeah, and then I had to play Resident Sleeper Bringle. We agreed to go randoms, and yeah, I went 0-2, like just 0-2.
Rip.
Yeah.
But it was fun because
Yeah.
I got to do comms. I got to just hang out with people. Got to set up a cool event with Dope, and yeah, and also shill my products because
Yeah.
I'm
Did you do?
I'm doing controller mods now.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. Did you do any controller modding at Homecoming or at Waves?
Surprisingly not, but I did have a lot of people who were interested in my no reset snapback module that I'm developing. I have
Nice.
literally all the parts right here. All of this.
Nice.
This itself is like $100.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm
SixTalez.ca.
gonna be
SixTalez.ca.
yeah,
SixTalez.ca.
yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, it was great.
are we done? Anything else want to close out this topic?
Oh,
Aside
I
from yeah, aside from the actual tournament, I my car.
Oh yeah.
This was a big thing from the weekly because it's so messed up. My mechanic could not tell if it was done by a person or whether or not it was naturally occurring, right? Just due to time. But 90% sure somebody griefed my car.
Did they find out who from closed circuit television or?
I told I think I was so stressed out about it that I told because Alora put in a report and that she was gonna check CCTV, but I was like, I don't even want to know. I'm so stressed out about it. I literally cannot deal with it because that Friday was super hectic because I needed my
Yeah.
car over the weekend and uh yeah my car just got griefed. And I think Laura, like I said, I think Laura's checking CCTV still, but I told her just whatever. I like mentally cannot handle that right now. And everybody was super supportive of me.
Yeah.
EMG offered to put up a crowdfunding thing,
Black
which
Twins
I
made a
don't.
tweet
Yeah,
about it.
Black Twins made a tweet about saying they hope, pray to God that that he doesn't find them. Uh, yeah, like I said, EMG offered to do crowdfunding just to get me to help pay for the thing. I didn't say yes because I feel bad because what if it's the 10% of not being griefed? But it like here's the back of my car, like somebody tore out a chunk. Like it had to have been torn out because there's nothing that goes there. Somebody like tore off the plastic and I think attempted to steal my muffler
Damn.
at the venue, which really bummed me out because I was putting like I put my heart and soul into coming out and TOing, setting up, doing stream. Like I love my community, you know. So when I found that out that there's like a chance that somebody griefed my car, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like as much as I don't want to do this anymore, I still want to come back for the community, you know. But
Yeah.
SixTalez.ca,
yeah,
SixTalez.ca, SixTalez.ca.
if people want to dono to me, uh that would be cool, but I'm not asking for donos. I just do what I do for the community, which is great.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had to shell out $300 to get my car fixed. I had to miss work on Friday.
Oof.
That was
Oof.
it was real bad.
That's bad, man.
But aside from that, ending on a higher note, the tournament did go well. The tournament did go great.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, my run at the tournament to also end on a high note is that I got ninth. I was seeded sixth, which is crazy for me out of waves because 55th at homecoming and then at the weekly wave, which was pretty stacked, I seeded sixth, right under
Yeah.
Alex.
hmm
I'm like, damn, dude.
Alice came seventh.
I have
Seventh, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
no, fifth,
Seventh.
fifth, fifth.
Seventh at
He went
homecoming,
top
then
eight. He got
fifth
top eight.
at
He got
weekly wave.
ninth at homecoming.
Yeah, he
Just
didn't
missed
make.
top
Yeah,
eight.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Alex
yeah, ninth, yeah.
did not make top eight. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
so
But go for it. Go for it.
I I was doing so good in winners, and then I lost the Black Twins, and then I would losers. I lost to Bowser Jr. named Lamp Shady, and that set
hmm
was very unfortunate because
Yes. Can I do something real quick?
what?
As a TO, as Joe and I are both the TOs, if you want the discount for your Switch, for bringing a setup, for bringing a Wii,
Yeah.
whatever it may be, by God, do not take your setup while a match is going on. Do not take a match. Do not take your setup before top eight. And no excuses. No, my dad is here to pick me up.
Okay, well,
No,
wait,
I have
wait,
work tomorrow.
let me step in here. Let me
No,
step in
yeah.
here. Okay,
No,
so
like just we're not giving you like I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not even the ultimate TO. We're not giving you your discount if you pull that
yeah,
because
let me step in
yeah,
here.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay,
But that
so
that
this
mauled me.
the story goes, I was playing Lamp Shady for qualifiers for top eight, and we're playing game one, and we're playing on setup, and then who had to go. His dad was waiting for him, and he didn't want to keep him waiting. Comes up to our set like mid game, and he's like, "Hey, guys,
Mid
this tournament
game?
Mid
mid
game.
game,
It
yeah."
was
Mid
it was
game?
mid game.
He's like, "Is this
Oh
tournament?"
my god.
I'm like, "Yes, it is." And he's like, "Oh, because I need my setup." I'm like, "Can we at least finish this? We're playing like we had to stop neutral." Um, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, just finish this game, but I have to go. I don't want to keep him waiting." And I said, "All right." So we finished the game. And then get set up, and I'm like, "That's fine, right?" It's not the worst thing. Like, I get it's annoying, but I didn't find it particularly bad. What I found bad was looking for a setup afterwards was such a challenge because amateurs was running and um, a few other problems we ran into. So after that setup got taken away, we had to find another setup to play our game 2. We look at these guys playing this free for all, and we're like, all right, guys, get off. We need to play a bracket setup. We're like halfway through this bracket setup, this bracket set, and so we kick them off. And as soon as we sit down, some guys like, I need to take my setup too. It's like fudge. Okay, so 2 setups gone. Let's look for a third, right? So we go find some people wrapping up their set. We're like, all right, there we go. We sit down, set up our tags, and the screen is purple. Like the character select screen is purple. It's
The
normally
pink
blue.
screen, yeah.
Yeah, when it's purple, it means that someone turned on spirits, and that actually messes up with hit stun. They probably didn't know that, so we're like, okay, whatever. Let's try and turn it off. We don't know how to turn it off. We're looking all over the settings. We're like, I don't know where it is. Took us like 10 minutes trying to look for this thing. At this point, it's taken so long since our first game that like I'm pretty much iced out, right? That's what they say.
Mhm.
I don't want to make any Johns,
You
but
got Sonic Fox Goichi. That's what you got.
sure. So
Yeah,
we're
you
trying
don't
to
even
set up
understand what that is.
I understand what it is. Just
I
continue,
know,
continue,
but
continue, continue.
okay, but we're trying to set up on this thing on this third setup, and we try and take up the pink select screen. It's just I'm at this point like whatever, let's just play, okay? And he's like, all right, whatever. We set up our tags. We get to the character select screen. I'm going to pick my character, and there's no Pyra. I'm like, bruh, come on, don't bring your setup. You don't got all the DLC. And it was Grape setup. I'm like, great. You don't got Pyra? He's like, dude, did I bring the wrong Switch? I'm like, come on, bruh. And then, so we go to my setup, the fourth setup, right? And there were some problems with the setting up his controller, like, or my controller, like it wouldn't connect or something. And then we had to figure out, like, he had to plug in his USB and then plug in 2 of whatever. It took
The
way
gray
longer than it should
cable,
have.
yeah.
It took way longer than it should have, and we finally get the player set. In game 2, I got destroyed. I think I got 3 stocked. I'm like, "Ugh, well, there goes my momentum, right?" And then game 3, I did some stupid stuff. Maybe it was tilt, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I lost so close for top 8 and rip. So
Yeah. Yeah. So my point about that was it's okay if you need to take your setup. Just don't bother the TOs for the discount, like multiple TOs for the
he didn't get a
discount.
discount.
Yeah, that but he was they were asking about
Yeah,
it.
like I think he deserves a discount because he brought a setup, but we didn't make clear the rules, so it's not on him for that, and we
No,
didn't.
but there's precedent set from prior
I mean,
where
there's manners too,
you don't
right?
yeah,
He didn't know that.
there's manners and
I mean,
no, they've been to tournaments pre-COVID.
the thing about stopping them mid-game is like I did it with Joe when we were waiting him for him to leave because he had money on the table. Like you wait till they're done the game.
We waited. We had to go for we were like about to leave for food. The restaurant was about to close, and we're like Joe versus Pablo, like a $5 money match, and we're like, we got
Oh,
this.
that hit me. No, let me tell you something. Okay, so we're literally waiting, right? So I tell Laura that like I gotta go because this is my ride, right? And
Yeah.
it looks bad on me if like she just sees me standing around because I'm waiting for you. Like I still
Yeah.
could
Oh,
have
is
been
this,
helping
is
out.
this weekly or is this from homecoming?
This is
weekly.
ultimate, right? Like I tell Laura like, hey, like I'm leaving with these guys. This is my ride, and like I guess she like just saw we are just waiting for like somebody, and I
Waiting
guess
for
like
Joe.
I guess like after like realized it was Joe, I was like a bit okay, but like we're just waiting, right? And I think like grand finals is just starting, but we're just trying to leave before because we're trying to celebrate Declan's birthday too, right?
Yeah.
So then I
Oh,
walk up to you
this
after
was
the
for the
game. He's
weekly,
like,
okay.
so "What's the second on, bro? We gotta leave." And he's like, "Oh, this is friendlies." I was like, "What?"
Yo, there was money on the table. There was money on the table.
Yeah, but like.
I was like, I already lost, bro. I'm just
And I was
getting
like-
salty
I was like,
friendlies in.
I was like, Joe, fucking leave, and you start up another friendly. I'm like, what is going on?
That's
I was like, oh,
that's
salt, bro.
Joe thing. That's the most JoStorr thing
Yeah.
to do.
I was like, dude, I lost another money match to Pablo. Oh, my, I don't know how he does it.
You lost 2 money matches to him in a row,
This-
basically.
no, this is the
'Cause
third
you lost to him at homecoming.
This
We
is
were
the third
waiting.
money match
We
I've lost to
waited.
Pablo.
He had an almost 20-minute money match with
Yeah.
Pablo
Game 5.
because they went to game 5 and we're just sitting there and he was playing Pokemon. They're doing Pokemon Trader Dittos and I'm like guys, I'm getting hungry, like we gotta go. And he's like we're all just waiting for him.
I
Oh
think
no!
I lost.
Oh yeah, because you did money match with Pablo at homecoming as well.
Yeah.
XFL, I think, yeah, XFL, he's like almost passed out in the chair waiting.
Yeah, because we're waiting for you.
Like, it was almost 20 minutes, and I'm
Okay,
like,
but
Joe,
wait.
Damn, you have to wait for your
Okay.
twice at homecoming and weekly wave. Oh
Listen,
my
at
goodness!
homecoming, I was actually trying to go faster because I knew you guys were waiting.
you
So I
got
did
Eddie, you got bodied.
No, I did some stupid downer off stage. I'm like, please let me just kill him here. I went for this greedy downer and I just die for it. I'm like, I think I lost because I did that like
That was a
downer trying
lot.
to end it quickly, but
That's the longest set I've ever seen in my life. It's like two. It's literally worse than that one melee tournament in BC with that Ice Climbers and Jigglypuff.
oh
It
no.
was that slow.
But I'm literally down 3-1 on money matches in Pablo, but I keep outplacing a bracket, so I don't know what's up. I don't know.
He's just a money match fiend. That's how he makes his money.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
Anything else from
it's
Weekly Wave I want to touch on?
uh
It was fun.
I think that's it. I think we're all. I think I'm at least wrapped up.
So I want to close it out. I want to give a huge shout out to Roshan for helping me with audio. Huge shout out with MCC as well for being that person in the production room with me because I would have been stressed the fuck out. And shout out to Laura as well. I think when we were broadcasting, she was like kept coming in and out of the production room. Like, you guys are doing great. You know, stream looks awesome. And that positive affirmation really like helped me out mentally. So I want to give
Yeah,
a shout out to those three.
Laura's really
Yeah,
nice.
really
Really helped
nice,
me.
yeah.
She sent me a nice message after saying like, "Hey, I know what happened to your car sucks, and just so you know, everybody here appreciates what you're doing." And I'm like, I'm gonna cry. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those three. All right, next topic. Then the next day, rolling over, we had Smash at York Online, the first monthly for this year. And once again, shout out to York University Student Center.
Yeah.
Provided an extra extra $100 to the top 3 placing York students, and that was Joe, Gideon, and then me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there. I was busy dealing with my my griefed car, but usually I would do commentary for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think let's just talk about it. It's just hard nowadays to host an online tournament.
Yeah, with everything coming back offline and like especially with Waves weeklies like right outside our campus, like there's almost no reason to enter online stuff anymore. So we kind of got a few numbers. I think we got 24 people, 26
That's still
around
more
there.
than Melee. That's still more than Melee got on weeklies.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was really happy though that a lot of the numbers were new players.
Yeah.
That York
And a lot of
students.
people that are new players that also stayed and interacted in the Discord as well. Because we didn't get a lot of that last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really happy about that, even if the numbers are pretty low. And I think that was their only issue with the entire tournament was just like a little few numbers, but other than that, everything ran smoothly. Like a few DQs, but you're gonna expect that in online tournaments. The bracket went good, the stream went good, everything went well. At least for Ultimate. I wasn't able to make it for Melee, but I know Ultimate went smoothly.
Yeah, and shout out to Artie as well. I think none of us could host Melee. And then Artie stepped up to the plate to do it, and it was his first time TOing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Artie. How'd your bracket? Because I know Joe came second. Shout out Tentaco for winning the previous president of Smash Club.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
I don't
easy.
I don't want to run through the entire bracket, but
yeah. Let's go quickly because we're already over an hour.
Okay,
yeah.
so
just go through top 8. Go through top 8.
Do I gotta pull up the bracket? I ain't doing that.
You played.
Just go through your run, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah, go through your run from top 8. Who'd you play in winners quarters or winners semis?
I think Fiend. Right?
Fiend.
So I played Fiend. I did Ganon.
Was this the Ganon Ditto where you
just dash attack? Yeah.
Ganon Ditto where I literally just spam dash attack because I've been playing Ganon on Elite Smash and I think my Ganon's sick nasty. So I thought I could prove it there and I beat him in the Ditto. And then I played Casey, which is he's a Kazuya player. And I think I'm pretty good at the Kazuya matchup, but Casey was doing really well. We went to game 5 last hit, and I'm lucky I clutched it up because he messed up a few kill confirms. I think I should have lost, honestly. And then I fight Taco, and Taco had a sick run. He beat Toad. Didn't he?
I think he beat Toad.
No, he did not beat Toad.
Was he?
He beat Mox.
Oh yeah, he beat Mox in winners semis. Yeah. Mox beat Toad, yeah, for the upset.
Yeah, Mox beat Toad, Tantago beat Mox. And then we fight in winners finals. And I had just come off the day before playing Black Twins in the Pyro Ditto. And I was doing super well. And so in the Pyro Ditto versus Tantaco, I thought I could do it. And I got kind of bodied.
It was kind of cracked though.
The score was 3-1, but the one set was our Ryu Ken match because we were playing that.
So bad.
we were playing random dittos. We got Ryuken, and then Marion's like, "You're on stream," and I'm like, "Oh fudge!" So we both SD, and I'm like, "Yo, run the Ryuken and bracket," and he's like, "All right." And so we play that, and I win, and then he 3-0s me with in a ditto Pyra Mithra, um, and then my loses run, I beat Gideon in loses finals. His game watch was looking really close, and it was actually a tough matchup until game 3. I 3-stocked him. Just kind of got a few reads. And I think that really demoralized him because he went Isabel on game 4, and so I 3-stocked his Isabel. Um, I I don't think the game was over. I don't think the set was over when I 3-stocked him with Game Watch. I think the set was over when he switched to Isabel. Um, just because that shows that like you're shook enough that you're gonna change your character and to one that you're not as strong with either. So um, but yeah, so I beat Gideon 3-1, and then I beat no, I didn't beat anyone else after that. I got the run back on Tantaco, and the first game, Pyramithra, I got destroyed. Like I couldn't get a single hit. I didn't get JV, but I didn't get any meaningful hits either. I got 20%. And like literally I was getting bodied, just tossed around the entire match. I'm like, what am I gonna do game 2? What do I do?
Are you still going only Pyro? Or are you planning on picking up the Mithra? I remember you talking about that.
I played some Mithra, but Tantalk is just better. Like
Oh,
his
his
combos are better,
Mithra's
his moves is
dirty.
better. And he was playing so well that day. And I was like, fudge, what do I do? Like K rule just to throw him off? I'm like, nah, I'll just go Wolf. And so I go Wolf. I bring it super, super close. It was like last hit on game 5, but I got dunked and lost, and Tantako wins.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, watch out for me soon. Tantaka is teaching me this game.
No.
I actually ran some sets with Joe. I went, Joe, play your worst character. And he's like, all right, bet. And I got up to his, what was it, second tier? I got up
Yeah.
to his Terry and I just kept getting demolished.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, you know what? Just play Sephiroth. Just let me be able to beat LeBryant.
Yeah.
And this all he did, all Joe did was dash back and then forward tilt. And I got
Yeah.
to the last stock, and then he decided to edge guard me, and he goes, "Yo, Tyler, I'm sorry, that wasn't LeBron. LeBron doesn't edge guard. That was all me." I was like, "You can't do him like
Oh,
that, dude."
dude, I was trying to do all the LeBron options when I was playing
Yeah,
Tyler. I was like, yo, he does dash back F tilt all day.
he only dash
Or
back
dash
F
attack
tilted.
or dash back
Yeah,
down smash.
and then
Oh.
nared me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
Yeah.
my
that's it.
goodness. Yeah. And then yeah, then I just got bored of that, and he's off stage like edge guard.
He went on to edge guard me. He didn't even do the big side B move at the side of the stage that LeBron always does for some reason.
What side
Yeah.
B?
Is it side B? Or which one is the meteor? Not meteor. The big explosion move that
Oh, that's
It's
Sephiroth
neutral
neutral
has.
B.
B.
Neutral B, yeah. He
Kick it fire.
always presses that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, yo, catch me in Ultimate. I'm coming up.
All right, let me do my run real quick, and then I guess we'll end it off there as well.
Yeah.
So I got first round bye. Lose to Casey 2-1. I did not know how to play Kazuya, and he just bodied me.
Yeah.
And then the
Kazuya's
Twitch chat was like Greninja L, Greninja L. I'm like, oh man. And then at this point, because I'm broadcasting games as well as streaming, I'm like holding up bracket. So then I play KB 24. And I was like, I don't even want to play anymore. I switched to Mewtwo. Showed him as Mewtwo. Then I played Peck, who played ZSS. I won game 1 with Greninja, and I was like, you know what, let's go back to the Mewtwo. And I really didn't know how my Mewtwo was gonna go. Then I won 2-0. And then I lose around 3-8. I was like, okay, this is probably where my run's gonna stop, because when I play a DT on friendlies, I always lose.
okay.
And then I was hitting every edge guard, and I think there's one specifically on PS2 where like he went low and I caught him low with Arsene, and then he decided to go even lower. Then Arsene meter ran out, and
Oh,
then
no.
and then grappling hook, what's it called, didn't reach anymore, and then that's how I won. And then lose round 4. This is top 8. I played Toad. I lose game 1 to his Wolf, and then I remember asking Joe like, who's better, me or Shaw? And Shaw was like, or you were like, yeah, Shaw just goes up for back air edge guards more. He has better edge guarding. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that against Wolf. And then I bodied his Wolf a bit. Then he switched to Falco, and then I realized that if I duck, he can't hit me with up tilt because I'm just so short.
Yeah.
And then like I
He's
did
low
this,
profile,
yeah,
yeah.
I did that, and then I just forward smashed him, and then I won. And then he switched to Rob, and
Oh
I just
my
won 3-1. And then I
Yeah.
got the run back with Casey, and we're going back and forth. I win, he wins. I win, he wins. Then game 4, I look at the chat, the Twitch chat, and he's like, "I got Casey wins these."
Yeah, I was saying that. I was saying that. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
and then,
Casey,
Kenny, everyone was like, "Yeah, Casey wins these. Casey wins these." And then I see Alex's comment where it's like, "Nah, Marion got this," and that gave me the feel of fire away. I was like, "Yo, fuck you
it's always
guys."
the type of friendship.
I was like, "Fuck you guys." That's why Alex is my favorite person in the club.
yo.
And then yeah, Gideon, we're pretty much even, but he just 3-0'd me. I think game 1 and 2, I was just going in too much. And then I remember the wise words of Daniels is just don't approach. Then I
Yeah.
did that, and I think I was like up a whole 180%. I just couldn't find the kill. I think it just petered out. I think I was just so tired because I was just camping him the whole game, and like I couldn't like just rush in and like get the kill, and then he just 3-0'd me. And that's it.
Rip. And
So,
I
yeah.
fuck Gideon.
Yeah, and then you knocked out Gideon, and then yeah, then grand finals happened, and Jeremy won 3-2. Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's it.
And now we have a weekly wave on Thursday. Everybody pull up.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm bringing my camera this time. I'm competing.
Got a lot more melee registrants this
Yeah.
time, which is
I think I'm
which
gonna
is
start
see.
because I obviously won't have time to enter both games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do ultimate then melee the next week, then ultimate then I'm gonna switch.
All right,
Nice.
I'm holding you to
So I
that
do want to get better at melee.
because you guys, you Slippy kids, you're all like, yo, let me play offline. Let me play offline. Everybody in the York U.
Dude, you've seen
Discord,
me play
"Yo, let me
offline. I play
me
so
play
much
offline."
better not on
As soon
Flippy.
as offline comes back, they're like, what's that? Where? $5?
Yeah,
No.
yucky.
I got it like that. Hey, I
Hey,
work a
money
part-time
to
job.
place
I got
money.
money a bit. I got a bit of money.
Same with LeBryant. Every time he comes over, he's like, he looks at Melee and he's like, man, I wish I'd join Melee. And I'm like, why don't you? And he's like, man, I didn't bring my GameCube controller. And I'm like, why didn't you? I'm like, you're always talking about how you're gonna body me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you've never taken a set off me, let alone a friendly.
To
And
be
he's
fair,
like,
that guy acts completely different online and
He
completely
does,
different
he
offline. They're
We
two
talked
polar
about- we
opposites.
talked
Online,
about
he's
that,
super
yeah.
aggressive. He'll talk shit, and then offline, he's super
Yeah.
reserved. He's like, nah, man, none of that.
yeah.
But yeah.
I only troll him because I want to see him succeed. He's got good potential
Yeah.
for,
Hey,
for
if
Melee, to
Brian's
be
watching
honest.
this, yo, he never beat me in a Snake Ditto, even though he called himself Snake Master 69. We did the Ditto. I beat him in the best of 5. I beat him again in the next tournament. This guy still says he's best
Yeah.
Snake Pro.
No,
I'm also beating him in GSP. I want to say that too. That's
This
what
guy-
that's what really
yeah.
counts.
I just goad him because I want him to come out to tournaments. You know, if you can show up to Melee tournaments, I give you
Show
my
up to the
biggest
weekly
respect.
wave.
Yeah.
I'll post
exactly.
the Smash GG link in the description.
It's already in
Yeah.
the Smash Club. It's in non-York tournaments, but
Yeah.
here's post
Mhm,
announcements
mhm.
too.
Just post it in announcements because you're already a TO. You deserve to
Yeah,
put it in
fun it,
announcements.
fun it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it. You guys want to close out anything? Any final
Yeah,
thoughts?
show up to Waves. See me at Waves.
Yeah.
Money match.
It's great to see people coming back out for tournaments, supporting their locals. It was great meeting people from out of
Yeah.
province who just showed up. Like
True.
Aklo's manager was somehow there for it was so cool. Yeah.
I want to mention too
And we
at
had-
homecoming. It's good to put some faces to some names that you've interacted with online.
Mm-hmm,
Like I think that was the first time I met Irina. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the names. I apologize. First time I met Ghost DK. I met a lot of the Berrymans that I played friendlies with. So yeah,
Yeah.
just shout out to everybody I've met. Yeah.
It was really good for me networking. Like I really
Yeah.
liked talking to people. It drained me socially, but that was it was really just nice seeing people again after after being in COVID for so long. Even just people I haven't seen since like the Smash 4 days, all that kind of stuff. It's great to see new faces too showing up, supporting their scene, support your locals, you know, all
Yeah.
that kind of jazz.
All right, let's
And,
wrap it up.
yeah.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
Being officially EMG, that was my favorite part of the weekend.
That's
All right.
cool. Yes, show up to Waves. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be pogging and running stuff, and
Better
we're gonna
see
make
you at
top 8 this
Waves.
time. And
hmm
Say hi. Show up.
See us at the
Say
weekly
hi.
wave, yeah.
We're friendly, even though I don't look friendly. These other two are, and I'll probably say hi back.
I'm a big. I talk big on. It's just a character, you know. I love my community, so if you ever need help with anything, I'm the guy to come to.
yeah.
All right. GG's. I'm out here. Peace.
All right, follow me on SixTalez everywhere.
SixTalez.ca.
That's it, yeah.
SixTalez.ca.